Hey guys, I just wanted to share something interesting I found out recently after watching a machining video. It's about scalpels and Xacto knives. Growing up, I always kind of had a weird, I was afraid of a scalpel because the only time you see it is people cutting. But turns out they're about as sharp as an Xacto knife, and they actually work really well as an Xacto knife. And they're a fair amount cheaper. For example, here you can get 100 scalpel blades and a handle for $7.12. It gets shipped pretty quickly. Um, Interesting fact, Xacto was actually originally designed and they tried to market it as a surgical tool. The problem is with a surgical instrument, you really need something that you can easily clean quickly. Either that or it needs to be disposable. And if you look at the way an Xacto knife is put together, you have that knurled threaded piece that clamps down the four pieces that squeeze together. And so it just is um, a bad thing to have to clean and make sterile again for another surgery, whereas a scalpel handle is super simple. The blades just kind of slide on and then a little tab drops that locks them in place. So the handle has no parts that are difficult to clean. I mean, you could clean it and maybe get it sterile with alcohol and a rag, although you'd probably prefer it if your surgeon did something different. Anyways, just an interesting tip. Scalpel blades come in a number of assorted sizes and shapes. Here's a decent example of all the different ones you can get. One of the machinists I watch, I forget his name, but he runs Ox Tool Company, is the number 15. And I have to say it's pretty good because it's short, so it's really stiff, really strong. At the same time, you've got the standard Xacto knife style blades, which are right here, the 10A, the curved one, the 10, the classic one you see in knife fights with scalpels. And then there's some other ones, like there's a super long number 36, a long flat one, number 16, that's pretty cool. You can also get scalpel holders or handles that are pocket knives, and they have kind of an interesting history. It comes from, or Gerber, the company that makes it. I think there's one other made by maybe Columbia River Knife and Tool, I don't remember. But Forest Service personnel and Fish and Game, wildlife, those people, they'd have to go out and sometimes they'd have to take samples from animals. So they trap them and they had to kill them really quickly and take a sample to check for disease or something. I don't remember. So they made these flip open scalpel knives. So the Forest Service guy can feel like he's all tough and have a pocket-mounted pocket knife he can whip out and do what he needs to do. But at the same time, it has the interchangeable scalpel blade so that they can have a sterile blade every time and not cross-contaminate their samples. Anyways, I just found that completely fascinating. And think this is way cooler than Xacto knives and Xacto blades, and I will probably never buy an Xacto knife or blade again because even though Xacto is marketed much better for the hobby industry and scalpel blades are marketed towards the medical industry, they are extremely similar, extremely compatible, and I would encourage you to buy one of these cheap sets like the $8 comes with 100 blades scalpel, and give it a try and see what you think. Anyways, thanks. I hope this video was enjoyable. If you liked it, if you want more similar to this, subscribe, like it, turn the bell on, whatever. Anyways, hope you have a great day. Thanks.